Hello and welcome to another update video about Chainlink Link. It's good to see what's happening at the moment. We are moving up. That has been in line, or that is in line with the primary expectation, because as per this wave count that you can see here, this very long triangle, we needed to see Link to move higher to make a peak in this E wave, ideally above the previous high, so above $8.56. Now we have not been there yet. We've come all the way to 8.36 today, but would be good to still see it, because at the moment I still see this as a very large Elliott wave triangle. Been talking about that now for a while. The price has adhered to the triangle count very nicely. It has failed to follow through on bearish setups a couple of times, and then I reconsidered all of this as a triangle. And it's a very long triangle. It's a very boring chart. And this was the resistance area that I first defined, I think at some point early in September. We've come into this now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and always left it to the downside. But this wave E, ideally, if this is the correct wave count, this E wave should really move a little bit higher, and it should ideally, and we can calculate here the target for the E wave, it should ideally reach the 61.8 extension, fib extension of the C wave. So it should take us to around about 898. Because we take the length of the C wave and we add it to the low of the D wave, and the 61.8 extension is a key level, a key target for an E wave. So you don't always get there, but it is a key point. It's a key level. But really all it needs to do to fulfill here the scenario is to get a little bit higher than the previous high. So it needs to get above 856, 855 roughly. And then I would primarily expect a breakout to the downside afterwards. And that's sort of how I see this at the moment, because this to me looks just like a consolidation pattern, contracting triangle at the moment, which I think should ideally break to the downside against, to the opposite side of the E wave. And then what do we have? What is the first indication that indeed we are starting that move down? Well, that would be a break below the D wave at 620. That will be the absolute key level. And then the low below wave B will be the absolute confirmation. But as it stands in this particular scenario here, the B wave is already the overall low anyway. So it doesn't really help a lot, because when you break that, you break already the low anyway. Now, should we go higher and should we break above 963, then that would be a first bullish indication, because the triangle gets invalidated. And if we then move above 1150, also the daily chart trend turns bullish, but we are quite far away from it. And in fact, if we take a look at the indicators, you'll see that we already overbought now on the 4-hour chart, just moving up a little bit here into the resistance area. So we're overbought and in resistance. That indicates that at some point here, we should see quite a setback. Overbought on the 4-hour, on the 1-hour, not anymore. That has already come down a bit. And on the daily, we are moving higher here as well. We still have space here on the daily to move higher. We had a bullish crossover on the MACD. So momentum is pushing higher. But at some point this will get exhausted, and in the end price action is key. So what we need to do absolutely to maintain the current count would be to make it above that 856 level, but to stay below the C wave in the first place, so below $9.50. And then I'm looking at an overall move to the downside. First target would sort of be in the region $4.50 to $5. If we break below that, it could really take us to 290 to 350. Okay, and that's my update about Link. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.